Overall, the DVD is going to be used for your personal experience. You'll get an insight to see what some of our riders are doing here at the Epic Lifestyle Academy. If you have any questions or any queries, always consult back to me through my email address. Remember, when you're training, do everything to the best of your ability, but maintaining a perfect technique. As soon as you lose that technique, that's where potentially injuries can come into play. There are always exercises we can make harder using your body weight, creating more instability. The first part of this DVD and the first part of this series that you'll actually be seeing will give you an introduction as to what to do to be able to benefit your motocross riding on the track. We wish you all the best. Have fun. Any questions, just get in contact with me. Thank you. Okay, so this DVD is all about having a look at some of the testing that we're doing here at the Epic Lifestyle Motocross Academy. The first part of the DVD will show the exercises we're going to go through for the testing phase during your program. At the end of the 10-12 weeks that you sustain this program for, we'll redo the testing. Always ensure full range of movement. Great idea is to cut a tennis ball in half, place it on the ground, and make sure your chest always hits the tennis ball when you're doing your push-ups. Elbow up downs, make sure your hands go where your elbows are, as you can see in the picture there. Keep your feet together at all times. With hip raises, start at a bridge position, keep your feet together, push your hips up as high as you can in the air and lower back down to the plank. Dean here is shown doing a 30-minute moto. With his pace, he's sitting on roughly 1 minute 50 per 500 meters. On his 15-minute moto, he sits on 1:45 pace. You can see Craig here doing squat to curl to press. Make sure you do full squat, bicep curl, and press the dumbbells up above your head. Box jumps, make sure the most important thing here is you land light. You don't want to slam your feet into the box. Start with your push up here. Ideally you want to have a chin up bar at 8 foot 5 inches. If not, just use any bar where you can pull yourself up and do a full pull up and then lower yourself back down into another push up. With our third test, what you're doing here is using 10 kilo dumbbells, kneeling on the ball. Make sure your toes aren't grabbing the ball. Just use full balance on your knees, bicep curl and press above your head. In the exercise library on the DVD here, they'll be shown in the order that you'll be going through the program from the weeks 1 through to week 10. If you're ever unsure of the exercises you're doing in your program, always refer back to the DVD. This will give you a precise exercise movement, the range of motion through your muscles, and also the most important part is the technique. Don't worry too much about the weight. Your bodies can't tell how much weight you're using, so the most beneficial thing you want to use when doing any exercise in the gym is do it to the best of your ability with the best technique. From a standing position, step back, lower your left knee on the ground, come up with your left leg. Same with your right. When you go down with your right first, always come up with your right. With squat presses to jumps, make sure this is a continuous movement. Don't stop at the bottom and then go back up and down. You can see here Jaden and Craig performing these perfect. This is just showing you an alternative way to do push-ups, a bit more explosive, a bit more power involved. Pull-ups are a very common exercise, but a lot of times done wrong. Just make sure you use full range of motion. You can see here Jaden going all the way down, unlocking his elbows and chin above the bar. With chin-ups, use a supine grip, meaning your palms are facing you, opposite to the way you ride your motorbike. Place one foot on top of the other for side raises, push your hips in the air as high as you can, lowering back down to within an inch of the ground. Birchie doesn't quite get this perfect, but you roll back, you're supposed to jump back into your push-up and then jump all the way in. You can see here he steps in, quite a hard movement, but have a go at trying to jump in as well. Ideally with dumbbell swings, do it facing the mirror and make sure you can see your t-shirt logo in the mirror the whole time. Obviously you want to keep your chest up, that's the reason why we do that. Squat to curl to press overhead. Like earlier we mentioned here, squat all the way down, use full range of movement, curl the dumbbells up and press above your head. This is more a power explosive movement. Go down to a quarter of a squat, explode up, coming onto your toes, even with your feet leaving the ground slightly. An exercise used in the testing protocols, down for a push-up, jumping to a pull-up bar, ideally the bar at 8 foot 5 inches, alternatively use any bar you can. This is the intermediate level. You can see here elbow up downs being performed with toes on the ball, ensuring your hands go where your elbows are every time you come up. Jaden doing great hip raises here, pushing his hips as high as he can in the air. Ideally you want to try to keep that red ball as still as you can, so you don't want to have to move it forward with your legs using your whole core. Static lunge, imagine you're pulling your socks up, add weight to make the difficulty more. Great way to strengthen your forearms to help prevent arm pump. Doing pull-ups with a towel, you can see here full range of movement once again, all the way down, unlock your elbows, pull yourself up above your hand grip. Kneeling football, curl to press. Try not to hold onto the football with your toes, balance them purely with your core and your knees on the ball. Lead up with your right leg, come down with your right leg. Lead up with your left leg, come down with your left leg. Make sure when you step up, you stand straight and tall before you put your other foot on the ground. Stay strong, keep your body straight, hold with your core nice and tight, use your shoulders as stability, chest touches all the way around onto the ball, push yourself back up, keep your feet together. Here you want to use full range of movement, all the way down till your elbows nearly touch your quads, stand and press, use your power, make sure you sit down into your squat, you don't want your knees to come over your toes. Perform a push-up, tuck in quite explosively, use full range of movement, go as deep as you can in your push-up and pull the ball in as far as you can to your stomach. Demonstrated here is with one leg. Ideally you don't want to have the ball rocking side to side. Quite a hard movement. When done correctly can give you a lot of core stability and strength. Alternatively you can do this movement on the ground, ensuring you keep your feet together. That's the whole aim here. You can see here done on toes becomes quite more of an advanced exercise. Hip raises again with Jaden, ensuring hips fully extended into the air as high as you can, coming down to a plank position. Don't go too low, otherwise you'll hurt your lower back. The last segment of the DVD here, you'll see some of our riders on our training track with some of the skills that they can display for year 2012.
You can be
at our DVD and exercise program. We look forward to seeing you in the next phase. Again, please contact myself or the Epic Lifestyle Academy if you've got any questions. Hope you enjoyed the footage, guys, that we've done in 2012 on the bike. Next year we're looking to improve the track and have a few different options there. Thanks very much. See you next time.